Welcome to TheNewScrambleBook.com. My name is Frimpong Ampedu, and I'm the author of the book, The New Scramble. I'm really excited for you to have an opportunity to read The New Scramble because there's a scramble happening right now. Not for physical land, digital territory. And I wrote this book specifically for the African diaspora so that we recognize the pattern this time and that we don't miss this one. Now, why is it called a new scramble? November 1884, a handful of European men sat around a table in Otto von Bismarck's residence in Berlin, Germany. On the wall behind them hung a map of Africa, and on the table in front of them, rulers and pencils. In 104 days, those men drew lines on the map of Africa and essentially divided Africa amongst themselves. There was no African in that room, but every line they drew on the map that winter determined 140 years of African borders, African wealth, and African destiny. The history books call it the Scramble for Africa. Now, why am I telling you this? Because right now, it's happening again. I've been online since 2003, and looking back, wealth transfer after wealth transfer after wealth transfer happened right in front of me, and I missed all of them. But that is not the real story. The real story is what happened when I finally got close to one. 2014, I started a Bitcoin buying and selling business, and I registered the name bitcoindia.com. I built a whole operation around it. I was buying and selling Bitcoin for people every single day, and I never held any Bitcoin for myself. I watched Bitcoin go from $400 to $1,000, $2,000, $10,000, $20,000. I was in the business and I was touching Bitcoin every single day. Yet, I didn't own any for myself. And then it gets worse. That name, bitcoindia.com, after I folded the business, I let it expire. I didn't renew it, and I had totally forgotten about it. In 2021, something told me to check on it and see what had happened to it. So I opened Namecheap, typed in the name bitcoindia.com. That domain that I paid under $50 for was listed for $99,999. I took a screenshot. I still have it. But I kept watching. I kept looking at it just to make sure I know what happens to it, whether somebody buys it or. And finally, in 2024, the price came back down, and so I bought it back. It was under $100. That moment taught me a very important lesson that if you keep paying attention, if you stay watching, sometimes the window of opportunity opens again. And that's why you are watching this right now. You didn't stumble on this video by accident. Something brought you here. Maybe you are planning the next decade of your life. Maybe you are looking for a way to invest back home. Maybe you are part of the diaspora, you feel like there's something shifting in the digital space and you don't want to look back 5 years from now and realize you missed this one again. Now, if you are part of the African diaspora and you are looking for a way to invest and make impact back home without the traditional barriers that have kept our resources trapped in Western markets, then I wrote this book for you. I didn't write this for tech insiders or crypto bros. I wrote this for us, for the diaspora, because in this window we have a specific asset that no institutional capital will ever have. Now, I didn't write a book about what I think might happen in digital territory. I position on 30 digital territories first. I own Digital Accra, Digital Elmina, and I did it from my living room in Connecticut. And then I wrote the book, The New Scramble. Inside it, I document the 150-year wealth transfer pattern from the Berlin Conference in 1884 to domain names in the 90s to Bitcoin and what is happening right now, and also what it means for anyone paying attention. I also name the diaspora advantage, show you what it is and how to use it. And then there's the risk chapters where I quantify the risk and provide mitigation strategies where possible in a way that most books in this space won't be. But here's why timing matters, because in 1884, nobody asked, nobody consulted. The map was just drawn without us. Our great-great-grandfathers weren't invited. They weren't in the room. They didn't have a choice. You do. Right now, the map is being drawn again. Digital territories, digital infrastructure, digital ownership of real-world locations. Every city on earth has been mapped and being sold to whoever comes first. Big and small cities, your city, my city, every city on earth. No permission required, no state backing needed. The New Scramble shows you exactly what is happening, why it matters, and how to position before it's too late again. And if you read the New Scramble and you feel it hasn't been valuable to you and it's not worth your time and money, just reply to the receipt email and I'll refund every penny to you, because if the book doesn't earn it, I don't want to keep it. Now, the scramble for Africa happened to us. The New Scramble can happen for us if we recognize the pattern and position before institutional capital arrives. I hope you enjoy reading this book as much as I enjoyed writing it.